everyone, welcome back to my channel, Mary Reads to Live. I'm Mary, and I thought today we could talk about my TBR for this summer, because I haven't done a very good job of keeping up with my summer TBR this year, because I've had a lot of going on with closing out the school year and things like that, because I'm a teacher. So I just thought we'd talk about the books that I'm going to read for the rest of the summer. It's like a summer TBR. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the books that I'm reading currently. The first book that I'm reading is called Royal Assassin, and Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb is about the second book in the Realm of the Elderlings trilogy, and it's about a young man now named Fitz, who is the bastard son of a prince that ended up advocating the throne. He was next in line, but then he advocated, and then he becomes an assassin for the throne. And it's a very interesting. There's a very interesting magic system that I really love that has to do with animal companions, and so it's a wonderful story. I'm really enjoying it so far. Robin Hobb has beautiful prose and beautiful just descriptions, and the magic system that she comes up with is so much fun. So I'm enjoying it a lot so far, and her characterizations is actually bar none wonderful. She has some great characterizations, so that is wonderful. And the next book that I'm going to talk about that I am currently reading is The Prophet of Edan by Philip Chase. This is the second book in the Edan trilogy. The first book is called The Way of Edan, and this book is even better than the first one. The first one was amazing, and this one is phenomenal. Like, so good. It's about a country that is, or the world thrown into chaos because of a holy war with, mythical creatures, so that's not a clue. And some wonderful characters and descriptions. This is a trilogy that is 18 years in the making and has influences of the grimdark influences, but also influences such as Tolkien and things like that. So it's had a lot of Tolkien-esque type of mythology and things in it, but it also has a more modern pacing and more modern, modern language and reading style. So it's really, really beautifully written, and I really enjoy it. And this is his debut trilogy, so I'm very excited to hear what he comes up with next and to read anything he comes up with. So very, very good. I enjoy his characters. I enjoy his writing, and he has a wonderful, wonderful prose. So I'm excited. The next that I've been reading is actually a poetry collection. Time is a Mother by Ocean Vuong, and it is a great poetry collection that is about the relationship with time and how time can heal, but also time can do all kinds of other things to our psychology. But it's also about the relation between a young person and their mother and how that affects them. And the poetry is just beautiful and amazing. So here's the little blurb that I thought was really pretty. How else do we return to ourselves but to fold the pages so it points to the good part? So it's talking about the returning to the good parts of our life and taking ownership and taking real responsibility for ourselves and to overcome our traumas and our obstacles. So, beautiful poetry. So, I've been reading some of that, and I can give you a little bit of a taste to see if you like this kind of poetry. He stood alone in the backyard, so dark the night purpled around him. I had no choice. I opened the door and stepped out. Wind in the branches. He watched me with kerosene and blue eyes. What do you want? I asked, forgetting I had no language. He kept breathing. To stay alive. So, that is just beautiful the poetry. Alright. Another book that I want to read once I get through the Royal Assassin, and then Assassin's Fate is I want to read The Mad Ship by Robin Hobb. So Summer of Hobb for me. The Life Ship Traders is a story about a family of traders who have a life ship. And life ships are very expensive, and life ships are magical ships that have sentience, and so they are responsible for this ship. And this is the second to that trilogy called Mad Ship, because in this world, ships can go crazy if they're not treated well, and the family psychology sometimes can affect it. And the family that they're talking about here has been going through a lot of hard times, and so it's affecting the ship. So I'm expecting some awesome stories, nautical adventures, and pirates and things like that. So I'm excited. I want to read The Mad Ship by Robin Hobb. The next thing I want to read is a series that I've heard a lot about, but I have not actually read it. And I actually heard about this book from the Nerdy Narrative, Lizzie. She talked about this book called The Alchemy of Masques and Mirrors by Curtis Craddock. And it seems like such a summer read, such a summer book. I think it's kind of starts out as like a nautical fantasy, so it's about ships and things like that. So let's see. In a world of soaring continents and bottomless skies, where burgeoning new science lifts skyships into the cloud-strewn heights, and ancient blood-born sorceries cling to a fading glory. So it's about skyships. So I'm excited about that because I love skyships, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. I feel very summery, and I like the kind of the buccaneer kind of art on this cover, so I'm excited. I want something that's going to be just a fun adventure for summer, so I think that would be a good one. And then, of course, one that everyone had been talking about, and I've been meaning to read this, but I got caught up in the realm of the Elderlings and Life Ship Traders from Robin Hobb, and of course, once you start something like that, it's so amazing that you have to just keep going. But what I did pick up The Adventures of Amina Al-Sirafi by Shannon Chakraborty. And this is supposed to be a story about a retired pirate who has to go back to piracy to for a rescue mission and get her crew back together for a rescue mission of a friend's daughter, I believe, or something like that. So I'm expecting fun pirates and fun characters and a good nautical adventure. And I love this cover. Look at that. It's got the tentacles, and so we're going to meet a kraken. I don't know, but it looks really exciting, and I can't wait. And I've heard that the character is really fun. It's a really good character. So I'm excited. I want found family. I want a nautical adventure. So if that's what I get in this, I'll be completely 100% happy. So excited for that. And that, my friends, in the end. And I don't think I'm going to get through all of that this summer, so it may fit into fall, which is okay. It's okay. In fall, sometimes we need to be still reminded of the summer, right? So I'm excited. Let me know down in the comments below what you are reading for your summer TBR and what books you were excited about. And if you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought of them. No spoilers, please. And also, let me know if you are a Robin Hobb fan. And I really jumped on that hype train real fast. It's been a long time since I've been that engrossed into a series. So I am excited. It's such good writing. So let me know if you are a Robin Hobb fan and everything. So thank you very much for being here, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, have an adventure with reading, my friends.